Hello， 我是邱个，我们现在人在美国的 South Carolina 州的 Myrtle Beach， 我们要来看2023 SBD World Strongest Man。今天是4月20号，分组预赛的第2天。昨天19号开始，然后明天有休息1天，之后从22号跟23号是决赛。我们飞过来到的时候已经是晚上了。那今天早上哇8点开赛过来，已经是人山人海，完全没有位置了，所以不好拍，但是非常的精彩热血。你看现场的观众集结，他们对选手的喊声，从各个地方开车来，自己准备梯子，然后准备水桶去找好的视野来看哦。我们来看一下，昨天他们分组预赛第1天比了 loading race、deadlift machine， 还有 log ladder。loading race 搬东西，然后 deadlift machine 我看它是一直 deadlift， 然后一直加那个啤酒桶，然后还有那个滚木杠推举的过关哦。今天比 cannon's wheel， 就是抬起来之后很重的石头要去转圈圈，原地看谁走最远。然后等一下会比那个 kettlebell toss， 就是壶铃要丢过很高的那个 kettlebell toss。再来是比 stone off， 应该是要把石头搬过一个像龙门架的一个东西 stone off。然后在4月22号 final 跟23号的 final 比6个项目一样3+3哦 ，row shale carry 我不确定是什么，我看到就知道了。knock deadlift 跟就是 fingers， 还有然后最后一天 Sunday 比的是 max dumbbell， 还有 bus pull 会拖卡车会拖巴士，然后最后一个项目就是经典的 atlas stone， 特别这次。我们3月初去了 Arnold， 然后3月底去了 Sheffield， 然后现在4月我们来 World Strongest Man， 希望能够把世界最强大力士的文化、他们的比赛的一些精神，还有他们比赛的一些流程，我们能够来学习取经，带回去到我们今年2023台湾大力士在12月的比赛哦。当然，他们的重量跟他们的关卡设计都不可思议，那我们就看能不能尽可能的把这个大力士的这个文化精神带回去分享给大家。让我们 stay tuned for 今年的2023 SBD World Strongest Man。现在时间是4月20号的大概晚上7点半左右，天空还很亮。我们在 Myrtle Beach South Carolina， 今天4月20号已经比完前2天的分组预赛，总共30位选手选出了每个分组选出2位，总共有10位选手挺进了 Final。那明天会休息1天，礼拜6、礼拜天会来进行 Final 的决赛。那这10位选手在5个分组前2名已经出炉了哦。第一个 group number 1是来自乌克兰的选手 Pavlo， 还有 Tom Strongman。这一次 Strongman Brothers 2位兄弟都挺进了 final， 真的是世界最强的兄弟哦。这个是 group number 1， 然后 group number 2是 Alexei Novakov， 跟刚刚一样，这次总共有2位乌克兰的选手挺进到 final， 很厉害。Alexei Novakov 他是第2个分组的冠军，挺进的第2位选手就是 Luke Stockman， 在 group number 2。Group number 3冠军是来自加拿大的 Moose Mitchell Hooper， 上一次也是在那个 Arnold Classic 的冠军啊。第2名是来自澳洲的 Matthew Ray， 哇，这2位选手也很厉害。接下来是 Group number 4。冠军是来自南非的选手 Jaco， 亚军刚刚非常感人，重出江湖 Back to the stage Brian Shaw， 也是这一次地主队人气最高的 Brian Shaw， 非常的励志。哇，刚刚比到后来真的很感动 ，Brian Shaw 很厉害的 Stone Off， 请进到了决赛。然后 Group number 5是 Trey Mitchell， 来自美国的选手，还有美国的 T-Rex Evan Singleton。哇，我在 Arnold 的时候遇到 Evan， 他真的这次备赛备得很用力，所以希望他能够拿到非常好的成绩。那你预测是谁会是今年最强大力士？谁会是挺进 Final 的今年最后的冠军？ 每一位选手都很厉害，所以我也不确定谁，但是一定会非常的精彩。明天休息一天，礼拜六、礼拜天会有更大的重量、更刺激的比赛。Stay tuned， 我们人在 Myrtle Beach， 美国的报道，那我们就 check this out。Okay，the legendary Mr. Big Z. I would like to ask you more about after we met in Arnold. So today we are in the World's Strongest Man. But basically, tell us more about the Strongman because there's so many variety of the event. In the world, when before they announcing for the event every year, do you know?
Yes, I know. I competed
many times.
Since 1998, 25 years. Always was a little bit different.
Yeah.
But mostly and normally the events is announced 2 months before.
2 months before. And there's heats
and final, yeah.
So they will tell you what to compete.
Yes. Sometimes it's some changes. Like we had 2009, supposed to be in the final deadlift hold, but it changed for deadlift. So sometimes, and we know you just 2 days before.
So in 2009, 2 days before.
Yeah, it can happen. But normally we have announced 2 months before. It's enough time to prepare. Because we already training events.
Understand.
And just then focus on those events.
But what about, because there's so many variety, who decided those events? The organizer, right? The World's Strongest Man, they decide.
Yes, the organizers decided what events will be here. I also promoted for Lithuanian Strongest Man.
Yeah.
We also announced like two months before. Sometimes the sponsors ask promoters.
Understand.
Because if, let's say, we have a truck company sponsoring, they would like to have truck pull in the competition. So this sometimes it's about what sponsors we have in competitions.
For this year, we have bus pull.
Yeah, bus pull.
So before the big vehicle pull is something necessary, right?
It's necessary. It's all depend how heavy it is. The movement is same.
And how about the most essential will be the stone, the truck or car pull, and also maybe the log lifter, right?
Log lift or Viking press or dumbbell, but log lift is the king of the overhead lifts.
Oh, the king of the overhead.
Yeah. Also we have deadlift or squat, super yoke or farmers.
Yes.
Every single year we have some loading event. It's very traditional event to load different kind of objects to the platform.
And also the medley. You're moving the heavy things.
Yes. Sometimes, like this year, it's on the sand. It's very difficult.
Very difficult.
You need to be strong in all parts of your body.
Yes. So basically, strongman sports, it's something that very variety. You need to training for many parts and a whole body strength. Then you become the world's strongest man, right?
Yes. You need to train your static strength,
squat,
deadlift, overhead presses. And all these events, tire flips, farmer's walk, truck pull, this is really good to build strong body with good stamina.
Understand. So talking about World's Strongest Man, there will be heats in before final. So like this year, we have 30 competitors and only 5 group. 5 group and every group 2 person entering the final. So they collecting points.
Right? No. In final, they start from 0.
Oh yeah, in final starting from 0.
Yeah. So it's new game.
Oh, so in the heats, you event like this time 6 event in the heats. So you collect the points in your group.
Yes.
And you become the first and the second. And you go into the final. And when everybody 10 person go into the final, you start everything again.
Yes.
Everything could possible, right? Everything change because when you are the new game in the final, you might become the winner. No matter how you perform in the heats.
Yes.
You enter in the number 1 and number 2.
Yeah, lot of guys, if they have already enough points to get in the final, like Novikov did,
yes.
he just throw one, and because he don't need, he wants to save energy for the final.
Yes, and he's doing very good.
It's long competition. You need to save your energy in every single event to have more in time to the last event.
Yes, you need to have strategy, mind challenging, and your whole body strength.
Yes.
Wow, oh my God. So for all these, you competition over 20 years, right?
I compete 30 years.
Over 30
and
years.
25 years in World's Strongest Man.
And what is your special memory about the World's Strongest? Give us like 2 events, the most special one. Have you pulled in the airplane?
Yeah, airplane.
Oh, you
2009. It was good memory because I won that year World's Strongest Man.
Yes.
Yeah, I pulled few times airplanes.
Oh, so airplanes pulling in the airport.
Yes, in airport. We go for that event in airport.
But do you think airplane polling will be happening in the future, maybe?
Yes, I think. Also, first time I lifted stones and I dropped stone on my leg. It was my first experience.
So did you get hurt?
Yeah, I got hurt.
Fracture or broken?
No, broken, just very painful. 1 month to walk.
Thank you, Mr. Pixie. Thank you so much. And I will meet Mr. Pixie around the globe every year. And please share more every time. You need to share us more about Strongman because in Taiwan, we just a new beginner. So we want to step by step, maybe 5 years, 10 years, we can have a competitor to enter the world's strongest man, maybe.
I'm sure you can have.
I have potential, do you think?
You have. I think
yes.
You're the next world's strongest man.
Oh, yes.
Because you wear right shirt.
Thank you, Mr. Big T. Thank you. Please stay tuned for the world's strongest man. Okay, Benjamin Beggs with us. Nice to see you always.
Good to see you.
Wow, lovely. And of course, good to see you in the SBD World's Strongest Man. Wow, how many years we've been title sponsor?
This is 4th year now, so
4th year.
My first trip out to World's Strongest Man was 2015.
Oh, 2015, okay.
Then we were official partner in 2017 and the title sponsor in 2020, so this is now our 4th year.
So maybe back to back, more like 20 years afterwards, but maybe we can do it, right? If we do hard work, we can do it. I suppose, yes. Taiwan support.
Brilliant.
And I would like to ask Ben, because last night we were talking about Strongman. So because we are a new beginner in Taiwan for the Taiwan Strongman, so I would like to ask Ben, from British or European or world perspective, what would be the essential part for the Strongman compared to powerlifting, weightlifting, and CrossFit?
Well, I think with Strongman it's different from when you look at powerlifting, because with powerlifting you know what the events are and it's very strict. You've got strict rules, strict apparatus.
Yes.
With Strongman it's about giving people something a bit different.
Yes.
You know, I mean, originally back when Strongman started, people wouldn't know the events. They'd be coming in blind, and you know, it was a totally different experience. It's now professionalised a bit more, just so that it's a bit fairer on the athletes and it's a bit safer. But it's still, it's creating a spectacle. You know, just trying to move away from just having literally just weights. You know, having big boulders. You know, like we've just seen down here, the giant dumbbells.
Yes. The
world's
largest dumbbell.
Awkward. Yeah.
So for the past, because the world's strongest man had been over 74 years, something like that, right?
Not quite, no. It started, I think, in 77, so we're...
1977?
Yeah, so I think it's 46 years now.
46 years for the world's strongest man. But the strongman, like from Highland game, from Scottish, and from the world, from the Europe, the strongman games are been maybe over a century.
I mean, there's different strongman events throughout history. I mean, Highland Games, as you said, that's been going on for Scotland. I don't know for how long. But
very, very traditional strongman games.
And general stone liftings. You have things like the Dinny stones.
Stone, Husserl stones, and so many stones. And also, I go to a website. There's a website telling all significant stones around the globe.
Okay.
They gave all the name and all the research. It's really, really for strongman, for the stones. So you're telling that the strongman is something picking up different equipment or different object. So maybe the car deadlift instead of the instead of the traditional deadlift barbell?
I think both for the fans and also for the athletes. I think coming in and trying something a bit different, it's going to make it special for them. And obviously, we saw the great reaction to the SBD Taiwan Strongman Games last year, and I think it's creating an event that people want to be part of. Something that's going to be memorable for them, whether they win or not. They've taken part. They've attempted to lift something a bit different.
Yes. So last time I'm having dinner with Ben and talking about how to make a significant special strongman game in Taiwan.
Yeah.
And Ben gave us a very good suggestion about the object. Maybe not the traditional plate, traditional bar, powerlifting bar. We can using something different, maybe the car deadlift, or maybe lifting stones.
Yeah. So I mean, you've had a few different ones. So you've just spoken to Jonas, and he's famous for the Mrtyle deadlift.
Yes, Mrtyle. Yes.
Very long bar and very big tires. So the bar's bending massively, and I think Jonas was up at
524 something. He told me.
Yeah, it's very big weight.
So maybe the special equipment for special occasion, special event you can never see in the regular gym.
Yeah.
That would be something very special for the game.
Yeah, and I think all the athletes then, none of them have been able to practice on it, so they're all experiencing it for the first time, and it will react a bit differently. So like the Mrtyle, the bar bends very long, it bends a lot, so it's almost a bit like a partial movement because you're taking some of the weight as it comes off the floor until the weight's fully come off, and then you've got the weight full in your hands. And also it's going to whip, it's going to move a bit more, the bar's going to be a lot more live than a regular powerlifting bar. So
yeah, the Strongman is something I would say special and bizarre and unique.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for SBD, and we will bring more and more strength sport to the audience. Thank you, Ben. Thank you so much. Thank you. 好的，我们刚刚结束了2023 SBD World Strongest Man， 得到冠军的是来自加拿大的 Mitch Hooper， 第二名是差一点点可惜我们最喜欢的 Tom Strongman， 第三名是来自乌克兰的 Alexei Novikov。哇，前三名其实进入决赛的前10名已经是在世界顶端的10个男人。刚刚走过去是 Colin Price， 他是 Giant Slab 老板，他也是这场比赛的 host 的主持人，也算裁判。其实只要在这个会场附近，你怎么走都会遇到像后面 Brian Shaw， 还有所有的选手都在跟大家签名拍照。今年也是最后一次 Brian Shaw 参加世界最强大力士，算是从这边退出了。不过他也有自己主办的那个 Shaw Classic 的大力士比赛，我相信他还是会继续在大力士界很活跃哦。那不管是我们已经知道的这些 OG 大力士们，或者是新秀选手，像 Mitch Hooper， 他就才比3年多。他今年我们在阿诺看到他拿到了 Arnold Classic 的大力士冠军，然后接下来在这里拿下了 World Strongest Man。不管是像这前面10几个人，或者是来参赛的30几位选手，比如说也有好朋友那个 Adam Bishop， 他也来比赛。然后我就跟他说，哎呀，不过就是有时候表现就是你可能准备好了，差一点点你就 drop out 了，因为他是分组 heats， 然后再进决赛。 本来想说这一次有机会能够多访到一些优秀的选手，但是因为 World Strongest Man 它是那个电视节目制作的那种规范，所以它其实不一定要在美国当地比。但我们知道它的 television crew 它是美国当地的那个摄影团队，所以可能在美国比较方便啦。那像之前我看到他们有去比那个什么非洲波斯瓦纳，然后马尼拉，甚至如果没有记错，很久之前有在重庆还是中国那里比过。所以其实这个就看电视节目他怎么funding，怎么拿 sponsor， 或者是他找这30几位选手去什么地方比赛，它比较像是一个邀请制的啦。怎么样产出世界最强大力士这30位选手？它其实有部分是邀请制的，那有一些它来自2个地方，英国的 Giants Life 跟美国的 OSG， 就是 Official Strongman Game， 就是前3名，还有 Giants Life 每一场比赛的前3名，然后剩下的就是外卡跟邀请，最高殿堂就是 World Strongest Man 嘛。那你要怎么前进 World Strongest Man？ 你要在 Giants Life 就是英国的大力士比赛拿到前3名，或者是 European Strongest Man 拿到前3名，或者是在美国的 OSG， 我们刚刚讲的在那个 Open 里面拿到前3名，你就有机会拿到门票。像刚刚不是有提到嘛，就是它是有分量级的，像有 U80、U90、105跟 Open 无限量级嘛。那这3个男生量级，我们有机会我们台湾大力士就是 OSG 的 Official Strongman Game 的资格赛，我们有机会让我们的冠军获得资格，可以前往美国去比拼这个男子 U80、U90、105以下的世界最强大力士 World Strongest Man 的 title。那当然女生也有，她女生的量级跟我们差不多。因为我们其实就是 follow 这个大力士规范业余的 standard， 那我们台湾只是男子多开一个 U70， 女子多开一个 U54。不过台湾也有很多选手跟我说，可不可以开一个 U60 跟一个 U40几这样的。我们未来慢慢推广好不好？我们今年还是同样的这个男生5个量级，女生5个量级，因为已经多一个量级了，那要变6个量级也不是不可以啦。那我们就慢慢加，我们的赞助厂商上来，我们一定要几个量级有几个量级，要长青组有长青组，要宝宝大力士，要亲子大力士，要小朋友大力士，我们都可以做。所以我们希望这个多元强壮的推广，不是说我们办了一届放一次烟火就结束了，我们还是希望能够透过来到世界最强大力士的现场，然后认识不管是主办，不管是大力士，不管是赞助厂商，更理解这个他们已经超过你看1977年到现在这么多年的文化，而且你看到每一位选手的粉丝，他们就是坐飞机来看的，而且他们在推广体育跟运动的这个生活的融合是非常深刻的。像我跟 Sunny 有看到有一个坐轮椅的，他就拿一个小册子在那边抄每一个选手那个主持人念出的成绩，然后他支持某一位选手，他就是看那个选手赢了谁这样。所以支持你喜欢的竞技选手，喜欢你的运动，支持你喜欢的运动选手，我觉得是一个很棒的文化。因为这个不是说单纯的粉丝，这个是真的你支持这项运动所一个最根本也是最基础的一个出发点。所以如果你像我们台湾健力选手、举重选手、大力士选手、田径选手，什么选手，你喜欢他 follow 他追踪他，多给他一些鼓励，然后到他们比赛的现场哦，跟他拍个照，跟他要个签名，然后跟他说几句话，其实都非常的重要。你就已经是在现场推动这个运动的最厉害的一个推手。所以今年12月1号、2号、3号，你能不来现场吗？我们在台湾的台大体育馆3楼，好不好？那我们就台大体育馆见。那以上是我们在 Myrtle Beach, South Carolina World Strongest Man 2023的报道。明年我们就在 World Strongest Man 见咯，好不好？那就记得要按赞、订阅、分享。那我们就台湾见，拜拜。
big effort for William Strongman and Brian Shaw.